Annyeonghaseyo, hi guys. I couldn't really do this video earlier because I could barely think straight to be able to do a video of this. Um, Today we lost a very talented, very amazing, very funny, and very kind-hearted person, Robin Williams. Um, This is as shocking as when Corey Monteith died. Um, Usually, when somebody who's famous dies, it's like, okay, another famous person died today. But with Robin Williams, it's really shocking to me. You know, he always made people laugh. I grew up, well, I watched him on Sesame Street. I watched him as Doubtfire. I watched him in so many movies. And Patch Adams, I mean, he was so funny and talented. And I remember actually when I was like probably in middle school, he used to do the comedy specials on Comedy Central, the Rob Williams comedy specials, and my mom used to joke that I wasn't allowed to watch his comedy shows without an adult with me or watching it, because some of his in his comedy show that he did, only in the comedy show, his things were so raunchy and like there was so much like language and it was like adult comedy. So when I got a little bit older and I was able to watch it, on my own, I kind of realized I was like, oh, maybe, because that was his place in Comedy Central, his Comedy Central special, to be able to let loose and be more adult, more adult. But him and I mean, as the genie in Aladdin, I loved Aladdin. Was one of my favorite Disney movies. You know, Nobody else will be able to match up to him, and it's gonna be kind of hard because they said there was 4 movies that he was planning on to do, and now those 4 movies, we don't know if we're ever gonna see. They were supposed to do he was actually signed to do a Mrs. Doubtfire 2, so that's one thing we're never gonna know about. They said that he had committed apparent suicide because of depression. So I really want to say that depression is a real serious thing. I have my own grandmother suffers with depression, and I know a few other people who suffer with depression, and depression can really take a toll on your life and your family, and we don't know how bad his depression was, so I don't think we shouldn't judge that. The only thing we should judge is we lost an amazing person. We lost a very talented, kind-hearted guy. And nobody will ever match up to his comedy standards. There will never be another Robin Williams. And it's going to be very difficult. So it's going to be kind of something that we're going to have to figure out. On another kind of sad note, I've been seeing, deal with this thing and saw it on the news and saw it on, Facebook and people commenting on it. The whole Tony Stewart, killing a 19-year-old on a dirt track. It was, they were racing. Tony Stewart is a professional NASCAR driver, but his hobby is racing. So he'll go out, and not just NASCAR, he'll go out and go to races and stuff. So this 19-year-old got spun out by him. So 19-year-old got out of his car and started going towards the car, and the car is still driving, and it's, a darker track, and he got in front of Tony Stewart's car, and Tony Stewart hit him, and it killed the kid. And there was so many people commenting on Facebook, and people we knew, people, other things, saying that it's Tony Stewart's fault and all sort of stuff, and that he should be committed with murder and stuff. And now they were doing investigations, and now they actually put out more reports that they are not going to charge him with manslaughter and all that stuff. But I've never been a Tony Stewart fan, but I really feel for him, because he'll always have to live with that. And unless you've been in a race car, or you've been on a dark track like that, and we weren't there. We don't know unless you've been there and you were at the race. If you were in that area, but unless you know anything about that, like personally, like that, and anyway, that was my little spiel on that. Just my condolences to the 19-year-old kid family, the 19-year-old kid's family, and condolences to Robin Williams' family. Two very tragic things, and I really hope that some brighter times can come after this. So, anyway, bye guys.